Okay. So we've been talking about the importance of systems if you want to
Hmm.
be consistent, right? And then in your blog post, you mentioned that we can't really depend on willpower because that's just not something that is really reliable, right? So if you were to give people a sample system that they can model, so they can kind of use that to, I guess, make their own system. How would that system look from top to bottom? Just so you have a model that you can use,
Hmm.
to again help you build your own system in your own life.
Yeah. So this actually comes out. Researcher's name is Susan Michie. She's out of London, and the original research actually came out of criminal justice. So if you want to prove that somebody's guilty, you need to say that they have the capability to do it, they had the opportunity to do it, and they had the motive, right? So that came out of criminal justice. Like all those things need to be in place to say, oh, somebody did the thing.
Really?
Okay.
Huh.
So, so this applies to exercise. And this is what I'll ask people. So you can say like a yes or no to these 7 questions, and then you can understand if your system supports your good intentions. Actually, one of the questions is good intention. So, number one, the first two deal with capabilities. Okay, so one is just called physical capabilities. So you could just ask people, do you have a plan that you can follow that's well matched to your present physical capabilities? That's the path people are going to follow. If you don't have a plan that's well matched to your present physical capabilities, there's going to be some mismatch. You're not going to feel good about what you're doing. You're going to discontinue. Then the next is psychological capabilities. That does involve knowledge, but we could call that a culminating factor. And you could just ask somebody, is exercise currently in your calendar, and treat it just like it's an appointment. So that's capabilities, psychological capabilities. The next two deal with opportunities. Again, this is all a person's system. So
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is physical opportunity. So is exercise easily accessible for you? So if somebody has to
Hmm.
travel 30 minutes to get to a gym, it's going to be hard to act on your good intentions. Then the next two are social opportunities. So you can say, in my social network, is it normal for people to exercise? So that's a social influence. If it's normal, then the next question probably is it also like all fine. Do the people that are closest to me, do they support my decision to exercise? So you can have people that can offer practical support. Yes, go ahead, go exercise. I'll make dinner for the kids. You could have people that offer emotional support. Hey, like you're doing great. Oh my God, I'm really starting to notice the difference. Then you could have people that are just neutral. You can have people that are indirect saboteurs. So you could say like somebody's like, "Oh, you're gonna go try this whole exercise thing again." So like those kind of like snide comments are
Yeah.
not quite helpful. And then you can have people that are just like really bad partners, where it's like, "No, you have to make dinner while I play video games, and you have to watch the kids." So like it just like that's your social stuff.
Hmm.
Then then you have, do you just actually intend to exercise? So that one's kind of like hopefully a yes. If people are trying to like go through this, none of the other things really matter unless that one's a yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's do I know what to do if my motivation is low so that I can still exercise? There's more to that because there's, we talked about lowering the task demand, getting social support. Those are all answers. Habit and identity are in that category. They take some time to build. But then you could say, like, why is my motivation low? Is it like an affective thing? Is it a conflicting demands thing? So, but just so long as they know exactly what to do in those scenarios. So those are like the 7 things that if someone says a no to any of those things, then there's a weak link in their system.
Yeah, that is really good. Do you have like an infographic or some sort of a document that really breaks this down? Because I think that's extremely important. Like you talked about a lot of the different things that pretty much stops people from getting
Yeah, yeah.
involved, right? From again the plan, from overcoming the friction, and how to deal with low motivation. Like you pretty much covered all of it there. Like, do you have a diagram or an infographic that
I
people
might
can
have I might have
look
put
into?
something on Psychology Today for that, but if I don't, it's Susan Michie's work using it's called the COMB, COM/B.